Hi, this is Lauren Rutherford, and I'm going to be going over Google Analytics 4. So today I'm going to be talking about going through an introduction, engagement overview, user demographics, monetization, and finally going into a conclusion. So for this analyzation, I went through the month of March, so March 1st to 31st of 2024. So we're going to dive into engagement overview. So we're going to look at the engagement times of March. So the average time was 48 seconds, with the highest time being on March 19th, 2024, which was a minute and 4 seconds, and the lowest time being March 26th, 2024, with 2 seconds. Now, how can the average engagement time be increased? Well, the first thing is personalization. Tailor content or recommendations to each user's interests. Users are more likely to stay on your website if they feel like it's made for them. So having personalizations and directing things specifically to your users will help increase the average engagement time. Next is having interactive content and gamification. Incorporate quizzes, polls, or games to keep users engaged. I know personally, if there's buttons on a website or things I can engage with, I'm going to stay on the website longer. This is the same for many other users. Next is community engagement. Foster discussions and interactions among users to create a sense of belonging. The more seen and more engaged a user is, the more likely they are going to stay on the website, which is why creating a community on it encourages people to stay. Next, we're going to look at key events. There are 10 key events on the sheets shown on the right, but I'm going to be focusing on the top two. The most important key events are page view and user engagement. The event count for page view is 165K, and user engagement is 109K. So why is this important? Page view is important because it shows that a user is actually on your website, which is the first step to engagement. Now moving on to user engagement, it is showing that a user is interacting on your site, which is what you're wanting, as you could possibly increase your average engagement time. Next, we're going to go into user demographics. So the top cities or countries that were on the sales during March. Top city was New York with 1.7K, and the top country was the United States with 29K, or 44.8%. Now the top type of devices, I'm going to go through the top three. The first is mobile with 23K, or 51.7%. Second is desktop with 17K, or 38.3%. And the third is tablet with 4.4K, or 10%. Now, after looking at all the user demographics, is there anything different or unusual that I saw? Well, there was in the form of the engagement rates. The largest country demographic, United States, has one of the lowest engagement rates. As you can see on the top far right in that chart, the average engagement rate is 50.27%. The US is sitting at 48.55%, which is below the average. Not only are they below the average, but they are have the fourth lowest engagement rate, which I found strange for the fact that they have so many users. Now we're moving on to monetization. We're looking at the most important e-commerce items. As you can see, there are 10 items, but I'm going to be focusing on the top three. The first is Chrome Dino Warm and Cozy Accessory Pack. The second is the Super G Timbuktu Recycled Backpack. And the third is the Google Canvas Bike. So I'm going to be showing you, this is the Chrome Dino Warm and Cozy Accessory Pack. I found this interesting to see that this was the #1 seller. The Super G Timbuktu Recycled Backpack. And then also the Google Canvas Bike. Now, I chose to focus on the Chrome Dino Warm and Cozy Accessory Pack. So the question I'm going to answer is how to optimize the sales for this item. The first thing is creating a compelling product description. Now on the sales site right now, there is no product description. So having a descriptive and persuasive product description that highlights unique features and benefits can be really helpful to sales. Next is high quality visuals. Include videos and images of the product in use to influence purchasing decisions. Currently, there's only an image of the product and the components of it. There are no images of anything of where the product would go. It would be beneficial to have the product on a desk, for an example, to show where people would actually be using it. And finally, cross promotion with the game. Leverage the popularity of the Chrome Dino game by including this pack in the game. So as we know, the Chrome Dino game is very popular. So by putting the pack on, let's say, the dino in the game while it's moving, or having promotions while the game is going, will help sales as well. In conclusion, we went over the engagement overviews, which goes through the engagement times and how to increase them, as well as key events. Then we went over user demographics, which goes through the top cities and countries, as well as the top devices, and things that I found either unusual or interesting. Next, we went through monetization, which goes through the e-commerce items and the suggestions I had towards one of them. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.